Hey everybody, it's five up here. Well, it's a park, guys. Somewhat. Hey, what's going on, Steve Thorson? How's it going, everybody? Well, this is where the engine used to reside. Hey, what's going on, Paul? Oh man, I hope you get better soon, Steve. Continue getting better, that's for sure. What day is it, guys? Is it Tuesday? Yeah, I think it's Tuesday today. So, just working on the rocket. We managed to get the motor out of this thing. I'm lost. What bike is that? This is the Triumph Rocket 3 Roadster. So I got the motor out of it. We lost third and fourth gear. So from the UK, hey, how's it going, DC? Uh, no new bikes this year. The V4 is the latest, and that's going to be the last new bike for a little while. So trying to shed a couple of bikes still. Still trying to get rid of the Monster R and the XD Aval S. But and maybe even the 1299 if those other two bikes won't sell. But yeah, this is what we're doing. We got the motor out of the Rocket. So hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much, Mr. Slater. But it came out. It came out. It's gone. It's done. It's out of here. She is just a skeleton, just a backbone of what the Rocket 3 used to be. So came apart pretty cleanly. I've never had this bike apart before. It's been apart before. Triumph Detroit pulled it apart to fix the transmission under warranty, and then Carpenter Racing had this bike apart to do more transmission work and to do the 240 horse package. But Steve lost third and fourth gear, and I think it's going to be a broken shift fork. So here's what I got going on over here. Here is the motor up on end. Got the cases off, main bearing girdle and windage tray off. Uh, hey, Jeff Vargo. Awesome, awesome. What do you ride, Jeff? Oh, okay, okay. Hey, you're from Cleveland then, Donnie's crew. Uh, yeah, I'll be meeting up with Boosted quite a few times, I'm sure. Him and I always have a good time together. So, but got the rocket apart, got the clutch out of it, output shaft out of it, oil pan. The rest of the clutch assembly is actually right here. Everything's all staged and set up in order, along with what's on the mag tray. It honestly, I mean, I'm a mechanic. I'm not a motorcycle mechanic. Never had this motor apart, but not that bad of a task to get this thing apart. So we're splitting the case here. You can see the mains and everything, gigantic car-like crankshaft and mains. And if you look really deep in there, you'll see those shiny new pistons. They're nearly 12 to 1 compression or whatever. Yeah, yeah, this motor is crazy. I mean, it's got ginormous transmission. Again, you guys, you're viewing this thing upside down. It is sitting on its cylinder head on the valve cover. That part does not have to come apart for what I have to repair in the transmission. The only sucker is it takes a outside threaded puller to get the flywheel off, and then I can get the charging system off the stator and everything. So. I'll uh, I'll be figuring out that tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe Triumph Detroit can help me out with lending me some tools. But I used to have all those tools too, and because my dad was a Triumph mechanic back in the '70s, and he had all kinds of different pullers here, and I did not keep them when I gave my brother his tools. So, but nevertheless, she's almost ready. I have all the bolts out, getting ready to split the case. When I flipped the motor upside down, sure enough, I heard a big chunk of metal rattling around in there. And that, I'm going to take it, is the 3 to 4 shift fork. Those are the two gears I just lost abruptly out of nowhere. Well, in the middle of first, second gear burnout, I went to go grab third gear, and there was no third gear. And that was the last time this bike was at the drag strip. I was riding it home and had to limp it home in fifth gear, which thank God, 2,300 cc's and 170 foot-pounds of torque, but it, uh, it got me all the way home. So let me see here. Let me check out. Sup 5 up. Fairest Archie, how you doing? Big bore boost and turbo. Jeff Vargo. Oh, okay. Nice. No, this is a big 3-cylinder here. So happy to see you kicking it. Hey, thank you very much. Mo Solomon, those are very kind words. Yep, definitely kicking it hard here. It's winter months here in Michigan, so I'm kicking it hard here in the garage every night after work. So, uh, oh, you watched the Max Rust wheelie video? That was a good one, Dave. Yeah, yeah. He wasn't used to those bikes, so we have some. Follow his Instagram and those, then I'll start getting on editing multiple videos that I did with Max Rist. So we had a really, really good time, Max and Risty. So yeah, this is this thing apart. So we had a sensor here for the gear shift indicator. This guy spins and tells the ECM and the cluster what gear you're in for what gear. We got the plug-in here for the stator assembly. So, and the generator. So that is tucked way up under here, and that is what's keeping me from splitting the rest of this case and pulling the culprit out of what is broken with this guy. So, but any of you guys have any questions, guys, gals? I'm not gonna make this a big, long, drawn out live stream here, but I did want to show you what was going on here. So, just I don't know, working on the thing on a bench. I wish I had an engine stand for it, but not really. What's your thoughts about the V4 S5 recalls? You worried about the bike's future? No, hell no, no. At least Ducati's, man, step and find its faults and get those recalls out there and get those first bikes fixed. I mean, I've had zero issues, and everybody loves to pick on the bike because it's such a expensive bike. And it's just a common denominator. My customers, when they buy a $70,000 diesel Super Duty, and the first time they have a problem with it, they go on, well, I paid 70 grand for this thing. It shouldn't have problems. Well, no, it's mechanical. It has engineers involved. It has bean counters involved, and it hasn't made it to public. So they can do testing for years and years and years until you put it in, public's hands. You're really not going to see possible problems, or all the problems that that product or unit or mechanical piece of machinery could have. So I'm not worried about the recalls on that bike. I mean, there are no massive major mechanical recalls. I mean, everybody gives the Italian bikes a hard time, especially Ducati, but really, you look at the ZX10 gearbox recall, the R1 gearbox recall. I'd be more worried about that. My bike having to come down to this, right, working on it or whatever. If you don't have a really healthy relationship and mechanic with a ton of know-how that is working on your stuff via warranty. So I know it's a little drawn out answer, but like I said, not worried about the recalls at all. All of my bikes have had recalls. My BMW S1000 single R almost killed me with what later became a bulletin and not even a recall bodywork coming off at over 150 miles an hour. Almost took me down. So, but yeah, this is it. This is the rocket all tore apart. Upside down, inside out. See the Carpenter inscription there. So, any other mods for the H2? Yes, I'm gonna do a drag shock on that bike finally. The H2 will get a either Penske or Oleans or Adam Burrows boosted H2. He's gonna help me out with it, and I'm gonna get the bike's chassis working a little bit better. I really, really want to go 850s with that bike. I'm now 870s with that. Its power level, making 236 at the tire. There's no engine work done to it, just a Brock Stage 2 bike. So I would really like to, get that down there quite a bit. And then I will start adding power. So as soon as I can afford it, I'll do camshafts, intercooler, and stage 3 supercharger gears to make approximately 300 at the tire with the H2. Let me see here, DC. Factory, oh, okay. You're DC. You're talking about the in Great Britain, where or wherever the rocket is produced at. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, Mo, the 236 is what a H2 will do with just near bolt-ons. Brock Stage 2, remapping, unlocking, and the ECU, and fine fuel tuning with good. That's what they do. And it depends on whose dyno it is, obviously, but that's what mine has netted the last couple of times it's been to the dyno short wheelbase or stock wheelbase. How much is the rocket pushing? The rocket's actually pushing almost 238 at the tire. So 238, and what's impressive is 176 foot-pounds of torque it puts to the tire through the shaft drive on this thing. So I would really like to do a little bit more work to this bike and make some more power with it. Might spray it. I would love to do a turbo on it, but it's got quite a bit of compression for a turbo. So. Oh, yeah, he was dogging the Busa a little bit. I enjoyed the Busa when I rode it, so. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to cut this short. I just wanted to kind of give you an update of what's going on here. This is kind of the start of what a build series is going to be, but it's not going to be live streams. I'll do some mini quick question and answers with live streams, but for the most part, I am going to be just doing full-on videos with detailed description with the camera set up here in the garage when I do the S1000 RR rebuild. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna figure out how to. Oh, I got messages coming through. Come on. Hey, I appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.